in the play for the Shark this year. Map set presented by Toyota, Oasis, Paris.
Key first to prevent Sinatra from grabbing, or after and take the sound barrier away is going to be first. Super realizes, oh, I don't want to be here. Mott's going to go for the sound barrier though, and Sinatra's been taken down. He didn't use grab to his credit, so the Shock will have a chance, but we're getting into one-fight territory here. Rascal trying to stay alive. He did have an Orb of Harmony on him, and he's able to stave off and shrug off the damage from Ding. That is a long-range Graviton Surge, and DM follows it up in person. Violet is taken down, and the Shanghai Dragons have control of the point. Now we're in overtime, and no one from the Shock is remotely close.
Translocator already placed towards his side of the map here. He's going to go with the EMP. Sound barrier comes in there, able to keep everybody up.
Great response. In lieu of having a Zenyatta here, that is the answer you want to have with the Shock when they lose Super yet again. Graviton Surge. The bomb might have been an over-investment here. Youngjin's forced to put up the shield really quickly, and Luffy's playing off the point. Coalescence from Violet. He's definitely out for blood here. Sinatra stunned up briefly. Yongjin putting together quite some hijinks on the point. And the Dragons are still in control currently, but it's unlikely they'll extend that very much. Getting gummed.
They're only playing Super on the point, so you can see from their POV, they're going to just EMP try and run through them.
Try and get Super. I think that's all they were looking for there, and it works out. They get rid of the main tank from the Shock, and Suikoden is manually hacked in midair. But Sinatra gets himself too. Might be in position to save the day. Comes to his solo, and DM is cut down. The San Francisco Shock make that 25 map wins in a row.
It was not easy though. The Dragons put up a really good fight, but kind of like what we expected though. Once they were forced off of the down, right? I mean, just the stuff that hero can do. Like next map coming up, here will be
Shanghai, of course, forced to switch a couple of things, and that's Sinatra. He's not usually the kind of person to worry too much about the pleasantries of an encounter. Straight on in. Everything overturned. Earth Shadow there for Super. Oh no, we saw that, bro. Don't worry. We saw it. Your stream will remind you of it every time you misplay. High ground at the moment. Yongjin goes for the rally. Now, no good!
Not even. There it is. So Sinatra can now hopefully win this fight, and then Sinatra can go over to Zarya, but big counter EMP there from Ding.
Here we go. They didn't get rid of Luffy. That's the issue. He had Transcendence. They hit a big EMP. Luffy has no shield. Are we gonna have another record set?
They want their record back. They want their record back.
Not quite going to happen by the looks of things. Suikoden deserted down. Shadow, Sinatra now. Edgy as you like. Oh, that's a huge Shadow fall down. Sinatra nails it.
Okay.
Back there with the extra damage. Super swinging Luffy in the corner. Can't do anything about it. How have you come back from this? Super.
Yeah. Hey.
Come on. I was like, it's over, surely.
Look at this.
Super.
Super's going to release a montage after the stage, and it's just going to be that point. Okay, so they're going to let...
Careful, Russell.
It's going to be a self-destruct in from Treoven.
All right, there it is. Shadow coming in from Gumshoe. That knocks down Super. And Sinatra. Sinatra almost had a Graviton Surge. That could have stayed the Shock. Got them out of this one, but now there'll be no hope. It's going to be the Sombra. We'll call it the Ding Dong Dash, and the Dragons gets in.
Damage or Violet. I mean, every time you've seen him throw in, because you're just getting it. Look, here goes another damage.
He's getting close too. Oh, it doesn't matter. Deem's already gone down, and yeah, this will be over pretty quickly, guys. Violet making it rain. Okay, Ding. Yep. Yeah, have a nice day. Understood. There it is. The Shock. How about 26 maps in a row, huh?
That one wasn't. They've been dominant, but it hasn't been like in other matches for the Shock. For a grab.
Hey, it's your boy. With the grab, of course. Transcendence in a play here. Gups goes for a shatter, and Super's trying to take advantage, should I say, of the space that was created. But it's going to be a bit of a struggle for him. The rest of the Shock now is joining the fight, but it was going to be the Graviton here from DM. The Shock push into it, and it works against them. The card has been moving for half of this fight. Really shut Super down now, but he has a shatter. Suikoden got a self-destruct here just to get the backpack. Does Super go for a shatter here? No, keeps the shield up very clever. He'd go for one now though if he wanted to. Oh, he doesn't have a chance. He gets stunned up out of it. Nicely played by Yongjin. It's like he knew Super was going to go for a counter shatter. That EMP catches 5 people, but not Violet. He's still able to get the Transcendence off here. Suikoden trying to work in the back, but he gets hacked once more. He was trying to deal with Luffy, but he gets shut down by Ding. Can't get closer. Not standing on it, but the Shock are running out of players here. Suikoden takes to the skies and then back down. Super now returns on the Wrecking Ball. If they can get this into overtime, that's huge The Shock have done that now. If 샌프란시스코 can now finish on their attacking side, the Dragons won't have.
Up because he knows Super has Shatter and doesn't want his whole team to get Shatter on the way in.
Most Reinhardts would just try and get as much damage as they can after the fact. Violet Transcendent still gets it there despite the EMP coming in, but the Shock need to get the fight done. This is a repeat of what happened in the first fight, and now they have a sound barrier to follow it up. It takes both support ults to get through, but it works well. Shanghai, honestly, one of the most effective teams. Back up.
Yeah, fortunately, he lived through that.
Yeah, Ding might have been able to fake something there with a translocator across the top of the fight. Super. Oh yeah, you'll get charged. Oh, nicely done. Good shielding. But Rascal now is the one that's going to get caught out. EMP catches two, and Moth gets the sound barrier now. Super knows he has to charge in, try and fix this one, but he's too low. Again, a charge like that across the map, you know it's always a huge risk and rarely does it pay off where people are going to be positioned. This is almost a guaranteed kill for him, and there it is. Violet is down. He picked a Moira for the sake of safety, but there's no escaping Yeonjin, especially when he knows where you are already. He gets shield bashed by Rascal. He will go down here. The sound barrier for the Shock here. They're trying to make do with just 4 players left. Over the top, it's Luffy down. Yeonjin is brought back to life here. He's got a lot of work to do, but DM opens up the account admirably, deals with Super. Choi Hyobin on the payload, trying to keep it contested. It's just him, though, and Yeonjin has a bit of a pocket. Attending the seismic slam on towards the enemy. Brigitte is low. And then... there it is. Oh, that wasn't really what I was looking for. He only got
that's so early.
No.
You have a minute.
Of all times for things to go wrong, it was now. Sinatra's going to push forward here. Remember, no Diva for the Shanghai Dragons, so Sinatra's job is 100 times easier than it otherwise would be, but he holds it. They already got rid of Gamsu. They know they can win this fight without him, and with Luffy going down, Yeonjin playing very close and ultimately going to fall. The 샌프란시스코 Shock have everything.
Kind of all on them.
I don't know what to tell them if that happens. Here comes the Graviton Surge immediately in. Gamsu trying to go for an Earth Shadow shutdown. Sinatra gets him from behind and gets Luffy. He's down. So is Koma now. The Dragons are down to just Yeonjin in terms of their healing, and they just have to keep pressing W, keep going forward. But it looks like they've found the end of the road. Ding drops to the ground now to try and keep it stalled out, but the 샌프란시스코 Shock are sailing home, and they will be 3-0 in this series.
Hey,
Either way, they'll be 7-0 this stage.
Look at Super on stage. He is going.
Pulling in the greatest team. I will do it, I promise.
The Dragons played the real. I mean, look how planned for this Pharah play that has come out for the Dragons. They clearly have figured out a way around it. Luffy takes out Moth at the beginning here. Use the nano boost onto Super, trying to get right up in Gamsu's face. He does end up falling. Ding's going to use Barrage here, so a ton of ultimates used. Sinatra's going to get out, or at least try to, with his charge. May not make it, but
no, that was extremely well played by Gamsu.
That would be awesome.
Need to see some energy now from Shock. Oh, see you, DM. Choi Hyobin needs that one up. That's what having a Diva will do for you, by the way. Super, though, goes down. See what the Transcendence is able to give the Shock. Some survivability by the looks of things. Also a sound barrier used in the rally. So all 3 support ultimates used by the Shock in this fight. They felt like they'd lost their grip on this game, and they managed to reclaim it here. And that, what is it there? Their second bouts of damage that they've actually been hit by. Luffy very close to a Transcendence, though. Can he get it in time? That's the question. Koma knocked to the ground. Can he be finished? Oh, Transcendence is now available for Luffy, and he uses it straight away. Coalescence from the Shock here. It's most likely just to keep Super alive. Oh, EMP comes in, but now Graviton Surge from Sinatra, and they call Luffy Ding. Moth is going to go down here. Gamsu looking to wreck the backline, but Violet is giving too much healing on this Moira.
It off, so you had no follow-through on it.
Graviton here. Violet going for the Coalescence. Wonder how much longer he's going to stay on this Moira, but at this rate, healing looks pretty darn good. Cracked back on the Shatter Super, just hoping that someone was standing. And again, using the cart to try and break line of sight, make it harder to see him go for that one. Okay, this is a pretty good placement here for a self-third strike! Oh. Gamsu's knocked out of the way! Choi Hyobin with the home run.
And you don't even think about like the Diva in play. I think you can only go so far playing this comp.
Super. Too quick there with that right click. Shield was up. Here comes the Graviton Surge. So now Shattering. Oh, there it is. Great response from Super. Graviton and Shatter both used in the same fight, and the Dragons get nothing out of them. Super now. Oh, he's mad. He's so mad. That kind of space control could be important. All right, 3 players get body grenaded here. Oh, the bomb! Oh, could be nasty. No, just Choi Hyobin. He gets these shooters, sure enough. But DM's still got more work to do with this fight. Super goes for the Shadow there. Gamsu knocked down. Yeonjin trying to follow up, but he also was knocked to the ground. He's still alive. Now goes for the Meteor Strike. Violet blown up there despite having the sound barrier on him. And Yeonjin's going to knock Rascal into the air. He gets himself another. DM, the only casualty there for the Shanghai. Ding, not all that close. And there it is, DM goes down, Violet finds Azai. The most important pick is Super. Brings the hammer down, and that will bring the curtain down.
And these players drop so late, they're going to get the far spawn.
They're
going to get the far spawn.
Normally you want this, but not when you have to play on the bridge. There's really no chance for the Dragons here to actually touch the payload at all. Ding running for his life, desperately trying to sprint across the map, and he has to reveal himself to contest the payload, and he does so just for a brief moment, but no one else is there. It's over! The San Francisco shock complete the golden stage. They do not drop a map, they do not drop a series. And I have to say, we may never see this again in the Overwatch League. It is a true feat, to be sure. And this is a team who does